broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Once again, it is now my privilege to invite first to the podium the driving force behind this initiative, Chief Kevin McDerby from the Newcastle City Police Department.
On behalf of the Delaware law enforcement community, I welcome the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden. Also warm greetings to Governor Markell, and please extend our gratitude to your wife for hosting our survivors at Woodburn. Most importantly, I welcome the survivors. This is the largest contingent of Delaware survivors ever assembled, so please stand. We do not know how a survivor feels or what they are going through. At least two people here tonight do understand. In December of 1972, I was a young trooper assigned to Troop 6. Other troopers were investigating a serious accident when I was called back to the troop to transport the troop commander, Bucky Citro, to the scene of that accident. The accident occurred on Limestone Road to Valley Road. We were at the scene for some time when the troop commander gave me my next assignment. Go to Greater Wilmington Airport and pick up Senator-elect Biden and take him to the hospital where he can be reunited with his family. I can tell you, I was not in a position to argue with the troop commander. I would have much rather been taking pictures or measuring the crime scene. I went to the airport not knowing if the then senator knew that his wife and infant daughter had been killed and that Hunter and Bo were injured. When I met the senator, I could not find words to communicate with him. Why do I tell you this story? Because in March of 1990, Trooper Kevin Mallon was killed in the line of duty. I was assigned to work with that detail. I was there in Pennsylvania when in walked the senator. I was there standing within 15 feet of Betty Mallon, who's with me tonight. And the bottom line is the senator embraced Kevin's mother, and I can see that feeling of comfort going across her face. It's the same comfort that I witnessed this past year in Georgetown at the candlelight service for Chad Spicer when Vice President Biden walked in and embraced Ruth Ann Spicer. As I said, that same feeling of comfort came across Chad's mother's face. That same night, I saw the Vice President embrace Eleanor Allian. Eleanor lost her daughter in 2001, Corporal Franny Collender. I talked to Eleanor afterwards, and she said the night that Franny was killed, Senator Biden called her at home, and they spoke on the phone for at least an hour. Mr. Vice President, I want to thank you for being there in our darkest hours and our brightest days. I mentioned Eleanor Allian. She's our next speaker. Eleanor's daughter, Franny Collender, was killed in the line of duties February 6, 2001. Cops, concerned with police survivors, reached out to Eleanor and helped her start rebuilding her life and the lives of her family. Eleanor is now the president of Delaware Cops and the Northern Seaboard Region trustee for the National Cops Organization. That district includes Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, District of Columbia, and West Virginia. Eleanor has been there for many surviving families, including the Shea family and the Spicer families. It's an honor to present to you Eleanor Allian.
distinguished platform, all law enforcement, my fellow survivors, families, and friends. What a wonderful evening for the survivors. Mr. Vice President, it is especially good to be in your company tonight. Thank you for making the effort to join the survivors at dinner and to be here to dedicate this beautiful memorial. The names on it are those of people that we loved. We all have dreams, but how often do we follow that dream and have it come to fruition? Kevin McDerby had a dream, and Kevin, here we all stand tonight, awed, I can't look at him, awed by your dream come true. But we know the end result was not for you. We know that you did it for the survivors, as you have done so much for the survivors over the years. We can never thank you enough, but I know you will feel the thanks when you know one of us has been here to sit for a while, to touch our loved one's name, to remember. We, the survivors, are so grateful to you for having the dream, and to your committee for sharing the dream and having the energy, the drive, the strength, the desire to pursue that dream with you. And let none of us forget that God's hand was on this project, that he was watching over all this work, and when it was finished, he said, "Well done, my good and faithful servants." May God bless us all.
Allow me to introduce next the Governor of the great state of Delaware, Jack Markell.
To the Chief, to all the survivors, and to all of you. First of all, Chief, I have to say, I had no idea when we did the groundbreaking months ago that this memorial would look anything like this. You did an incredibly, extraordinary job. Thank you. What probably many of you may not realize is that the Vice President himself had a major hand in this memorial. We all have learned that the Vice President is somebody who has never forgotten where he is from. He will never forget where he is from. The Vice President contributed $26,000 to this memorial. He would probably want it to be known that the money actually came from the wind down of his Senate campaign, in case people thought they were going to approach him tonight for other contributions. I did want to make that clear. It is it's wonderful to be with the families. We had and Eleanor talked about all kinds of emotions running through this evening. I am feeling many of them right now, in large part because of the conversations we had back at Woodburn. But your officers loved your community, our community, and they tried to protect it. The Bible tells us that there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. We are those friends for whom their sacrifice was made. And so it's fitting that we have this incredible memorial here in Delaware that remembers officers from so many different departments, no matter what city, what town, what agency they work for. We are one another's extended family. And when one of us is harmed, all of us hurt. Our pain sometimes may be palpable, other times just there beneath the surface, but we don't and we cannot forget the fallen. They paid the ultimate price of duty. A French Jesuit priest wrote that we are shaped by not only what we do, but by what we endure, and in a way that we bear our burden. But we bear our burden by trying to live each moment with a sense of responsibility, integrity, and honor, just as our fallen officers live themselves. And so this evening, let us find solace in remembering brave men and women, fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers, law enforcement professionals who performed their duties so honorably. And in doing so, we not only remember their legacy, but we commit ourselves to living as they did. Once again, to the families, thank you so much for coming back and to help all of us honor your loved ones. To the rest of you, to the elected officials, thank you for helping to honor the families as well. To the Vice President, we can't say enough about how proud we are of you and the service that you're providing. And to Kevin McDerby, you have done all of us so proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor.